again, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Fiber Spider back again with another tutorial just for you. And today I am delighted to present to you the Virus Hexagon Floral Motif. And thank you to Lion Brand very, very much for sponsoring this video today and also providing me with today's yarn. And this is Ice Cream in the big scoops, and it is in the colorway of Black Cherry. So gorgeous, don't you think? For those of you that are not familiar with the yarn, it is approximately 1,117 yards. It's acrylic and super, super soft. It's a weight of 3, and so for this project, I used a size H, focus please, thank you, a size H 5mm hook. You can, of course, use what works best for you. Now, the beauty of working with motifs is that if you want to do a shawl or a wrap or a scarf or a blanket, what have you, you can fit them together however you please. Yeah. And I was inspired, of course, by the virus stitch, which I've done a lot of different projects, but nothing quite like this before. And I thought it was time to do something like that. And I really hope that you guys enjoy it. And so again, thank you for joining me today. And thank you, Lion Brand, for once again sponsoring me. And yeah, so let's hop to it. Alrighty. Okay, so for round 1, start with your slip knot. By the way, I'm using the same yarn for today's presentation. So after your slip knot, chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then a slip stitch into the first chain to create a ring. There we go. All right, so now we're going to need a total of 8 double crochets into this center ring. Now, there are a number of ways that you could go about it. Personally, I think that this way will work a little bit better. So I'm going to start by chaining up 2. Now that's to give us the height of a double crochet, but this does not count as our first stitch. Then into this center ring, 8 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and yes, I do double count. 2, 4, 6, 8. Great. Okay, then to finish up the round, going to do a slip stitch into the top of that first double crochet. Not this chaining of 2, but the actual double crochet. Go right into the top of that stitch there and do a slip stitch. Now, at this point, you can cinch your tail, and it seems like it's puckering a little bit. Not to worry, it will even out over time. So that is the end of round 1. Okay, round 2, we are going to do some increases. So again, start by chaining up 2 to give us the height that we need, and then into every stitch, 2 double crochets. We're going to go from 8 to 16 stitches. So that's 1, and then 2 into that same stitch there, and then into the next one, you've got 3 and 4, into the next one, 5 and 6, into the next one, 7 and 8 into the next one, 9 and 10 into the next one, 11 and 12 into the next, 13 and 14, and then into the last one, 15 and 16. Okay, then again, to finish up the round, into the first double crochet that we did, slip stitch into the top of that stitch, and there you go. And again, like I said, yes, I realize that it is cupping somewhat, but it will even itself out. All right, so that's the end of round 2. Round 3, going to start actually this time by chaining up a total of 5 because we need a double crochet and a chain 2 space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 into the next stitch, not right here, but the next stitch, double crochet. So we've got a double crochet, chain 2 space, and another double crochet. And that is how we're going to proceed all the way across. So chain 2, double crochet into the next stitch, chain 2, double crochet into the next, chain 2, double into the next, chain 2, double into the next, chain 2, double into the next, and basically we're just going to be doing this all the way around for round 3. And this round is not going to take me very long, so I'm just going to do the rest of it on camera, and I'll show you how to do the join. So I'm just chaining 2 and doubling into the next. That's all. And I'm almost done already. Okay, just pull out a little bit more yarn. Okay, I think just one more. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Perfect. Okay, separated by chain 2 spaces. Now to finish round 3, got a chain 2, and then slip stitch into the third chain from the bottom or the third chain from the top. Personally, I find it's easier to go from the bottom. It's 1, 2, and 3 right into this chain right here, slip stitch, and there you go. See how it was puckering before? Now, because we have sort of overcompensated by adding those extra chain spaces, it will lay nice and flat. If you're still having an issue with that, you might want to increase your hook size perhaps. All right, so that is the end of round 3. Okay, round 4. I'm going to start actually by doing a slip stitch into the next chain 2 space, and then chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, and so that's our first double, then 2 more doubles into the same chain 2 space, for a total of 3 doubles, and then into the next chain 2 space, 3 doubles, and then into the next chain 2 space, 3 doubles, and so on and so forth for the rest of round 4. Really that simple. And no, I'm not going to do the rest of this round on camera, but I think that will suffice. And then I will meet back up with you for the join at the end of round 4. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, so I'm almost done with round 4. I just need one more chain 2 space to fill up with the 3 doubles. 1, 2, and 3. Then to finish, I'm going to do a slip stitch into the top 3rd chain of that first double crochet that we created. Just slip stitch right into there. And there you have it. That is the end of round 4. Alrighty. Okay, round 5. Now for round 5, we're going to be adding spaces in between our doubles. So start by chaining up 4, and that's going to count as a double crochet and a chain 1 space. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Double crochet into the next stitch. So it's a double crochet, a chain 1, and a double crochet. Chain 1, double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1, double into the next. Chain 1, double into the next. And so on and so forth, all the way around. And then when you are doing your last double crochet stitch right here into this one right here, you would then do your double crochet, your chain 1, and slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the bottom, 1, 2, and 3. So slip stitch into this chain right here, making sure that you still leave a chain 1 space in between your first and your second there. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of this round off camera, and I will be back for round 6. Okay, be right back. Okay, round 6. Going to start by doing a slip stitch into that first chain 1 space, like so. And we're going to be creating the loops, the large and the small loops that create sort of flower petals, if you will. So I'm going to start by chaining 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And skipping this space right here, going into the next space with a single crochet. So that is going to make one of our large loops for the petals. Now we need 3 small ones for in between. So chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip a space going into the next with a single. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip a space going into the next with a single. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip a space going into the next with a single. So we've got 1 big and 3 little, and we're going to repeat that all the way around so that we have 6 large loops, 6 petals, hence the hexagon. So chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Skip a space going to the next with a single. Okay. Also, it is very easy to mistakenly go too far or not far enough, so be sure that you're skipping one full space there. Okay, so we've got our big loop. Now we need 3 little ones. 1, 2, 3, 4 chains. Skip a space going into the next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skipping a space going into the next with a single crochet. And then one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skipping a space going into the next with a single. Okay, so we have our one big loop and then 3 little loops. So let's do another big loop. Chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Skipping, going into the next with a single. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip, going into the next with our single. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip, going into the next with a single. And we need one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip, going into the next. Okay, time for another big loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Skip, going into the next. 3 little ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip, going into the next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip, going into the next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip, going into the next. Okay. Time for another big loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Skipping, going into the next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip, going into the next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip. 1, 2, 3. It's always on the 4th. Come on. 4. Skip, going into the next. Okay. Another big loop. And we are almost there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Skip, going into the next with that single. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip. Okay, now we have a big loop. We've got 2 little loops. We need to make one more little loop, and then we've got our big loop here. So chain 4. And you could go about this in a bunch of different ways. However, I find that it's easiest to go into this space here with a slip stitch, and then go into that chain 7 with a slip stitch. Now, of course, if you find that there's a way of doing it that suits you better, by all means, go for it. But I think that this works out just fine. All right, so that is the end of round 6. Okay. Okay, round 7. So now we're going to bring our petals to life. So start by chaining up 3. 1, 2, 3. That's going to count as our first double crochet, and we need 9 more for a total of 10 in each of these chain 7 loops. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Perfect. Always double count. It will save you grief in the long run. Okay, so going directly from our 10 double crochets into that next chain 4 space with a single crochet, chain 4, single crochet into the next chain 4 space, chain 4, single crochet into the next chain 4 space. Okay, and we reached another chain 7 loop, so 10 double crochets. Now from here into here, no chaining, just like from here into here, no chaining. You just dive right in. So after doing your 2 4-chain loops, you dive into that 7-chain loop with 10 doubles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And yeah, you guessed it, I'm going to count just because I'd rather err on the side of caution or paranoia, as the case may be. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Good. Okay. Then, yes, once again, going directly from these 10 doubles into that chain 4 space with a single crochet, chain 4, single crochet into the next chain 4 space, chain 4, single crochet into the next chain 4 space. And that's really all there is to it for this round, being round 7. Just keep on keeping on in the same fashion. So from here into this chain 7 space, 10 doubles, then single crochet into the next chain 4 space, chain 4, single crochet, chain 4, single crochet, 10 doubles into the chain 7 space, single crochet into the next chain 4 space, chain 4, single crochet, chain 4, single crochet, 10 doubles. That's really all there is to it. And then when you have come full circle, I will meet back up with you for the join, okay? So I'm going to do the rest of this round off camera, and I will meet back up with you, and I will see you in a bit. Okay. Okay, so I'm almost done with round 7. I just need to do some single crochets and chain 4 spaces. So I did my 10 doubles, single crochet into the next space, chain 4, single into the next space, chain 4, single crochet into that last chain 4 space, and then directly from here, slip stitch into the top 3rd chain of that first double crochet that we did. There we go. Right into the top of that first double, slip stitch. All right, and when you lay your motif out, it is a bit roughly, yes, but when you have all of your other motifs attached to it, it will be sure to lay flat. So pretty. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. All right, so that is the end of round 7. All right, round 8 is really quite easy. We are going to start by chaining up 3 for our first double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and then into each double crochet, just a double crochet. So it's going to be 10 double crochets to start with. We're not chaining anything in between. We're not increasing anything. We're just following the stitches for what they are. So I've already got 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 8, 9, and 10. Now, here is a bit of a pitfall. It is very easy to mistake this stitch, especially if you're not using a color change yarn, a variegated yarn. It's very easy to mistake that as a stitch that you're supposed to go into because it looks like it could be a double crochet if it's the same color. However, no, that is our single crochet. Do not go into that with a double crochet, otherwise you're going to mess up your count. So we have our 10 doubles going directly from here into that chain 4 space with a single crochet, chain 4, single crochet into the next chain 4 space, and then into our 10 doubles, 10 more doubles. Now again, be careful not to go into that single crochet. We're going into the double crochet right here. And I've said this previously on my virus pattern tutorials because I've done it myself. I have. Therefore, I don't want you to go through the same thing and have to undo an entire round because your count is off. So really, that's all you do for this round. With the doubles, you just put doubles in the doubles, 10 for each flower petal, if you will. And then sometimes it does help to double count. See, that's our chain right there. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Perfect. Okay. Then into the chain 4 space, single crochet, chain 4, single crochet into the next chain 4 space, being sure not to go into that single, but into the double with a double. And there you go. That's pretty much it for the rest of this round. Double crochets in the doubles, and then adding your 1 chain 4 space with your single crochets joining. So it would be your 10 doubles, single crochet, chain 4, single crochet, 10 doubles, single crochet, chain 4, single crochet, 10 doubles, etc., etc. And then I will meet back up with you for the end of round 8. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I'm almost done with round 8. I did my 10 doubles in my 10 pre-existing doubles. I just need to single crochet into that next chain 4 space, chain 4, single crochet into this last chain 4 space, and then directly from here, slip stitch into the top 3rd chain of our first double. There we go. And there you have it. That is the end of round 8. Okay. All right, my little yarnivores and spiderettes. Unfortunately, due to time constraints, I'm going to actually have to make this tutorial into 2 parts so that I can be extra thorough for you guys and go that extra mile that I love to go for you. And so, listen, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Lion Brand, once again, thank you so much for sponsoring this video. And I shall return with the second part of this tutorial shortly, so stay tuned. Yep. And you know what to do until next time. Stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay stitching, and please stay safe. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great day. Bye for now.